over here. G2 actually are the slight underdogs because Heroic, they have the deep map to force it on into Vertigo, and he gets a very fast play on towards the A-bomb side.
Down, stuck at the back of the sandbag, is going to have to fight his way out, and so far he's passed those tests as he tries to back away to the side, but they're so low. There's so many G2 players sniffing them down, but Stown is continuing to land headshots. Its headshots are plenty, and he can lock it down single-handedly with a 4K. We're kicking things off fast in this game.
That is a way to start the game. All right. This game, it was looking to deliver Vince, and it's already delivered in just the one round. A very fast play coming in, and this was just a very uncomfortable position. Look at where he's standing, Vince, out in the middle of nowhere, having to take duels on multiple fronts, having to take care of ramp. First point of contact is going to be Stance. Smokes are going to bloom, and Stance is ready to pull that trigger.
That flash is so good, it's so huge, and 3 kills off the back of it. Plus the additional frag onto Nico early on puts m0NESY with his back to the wall, but he has came out swinging. 2 kills to his name, the only 2 kills G2 have mustered in this round, and with 25 seconds on the clock, it's not looking good for the young Maestro. Players surrounding him, does have at least control over the bomb, but when you consider Cadian and Refresh and their current positions, this is looking untenable for m0NESY. It would have to be some ridiculous insta-headshots, and Cadian, who is just chilling, coiled up, pounces in 3-0. That bonus round is successful. And Heroic are taking their sweet time. Half of that fuse is already ticked away. They're going to have to start pushing in, and Nico, mid-air, plucks out Cadian, deals the fatal damage. This is where things start to get really awkward for Heroic. They've got to get onto the site, and they need to get this defused any second now, but Nico is continuing to put bullets into bases. The full defuse is coming to the forefront, though, but it gets cancelled away, and that will be G2 taking their first round.
Well, what a way to start things off for G2 the first round, just with the pistol light by and a couple of smokes getting deployed. And that's when, if you allow the T's to get the bomb, what is that from Nico, though? It's not even a first shot, the second shot. Plucking the player from mid-air. Stan did his best to be the bodyguard over there, but huge round from G2. He is the guy who's going to be making contact early on.
Oh, that flash was perfect. Tess is fully blinded, and the Finn, Alexi, will pounce and make the most of the opportunity. Cadian caught in an awkward position, but still stands his ground. We'll have more players to contend with, but Refresh is there. And the crossfire is good enough to send G2 packing.
This is a great flank coming in, though. They've managed to draw the rotation, and Hunter and Jax grouping up together, making the way towards mid. There's no one in the B bomb site, so the play making contact, it is going to be Refresh. But they've lost control of the B bomb site, Vince. But m0NESY has got the bomb, and he somehow lands attack on his start. How quick is this guy? It's right now a 3v3. But look at how low some of the players are. m0NESY, it's unconfirmed damage, mind you, as Refresh finds Hunter in the meantime.
m0NESY is still so aggressive. Combat AWPing. Once this kill, he can sense the blood in the water. But be careful what you wish for, because Stown's going to stand his ground.
No time.
And the bomb has been put on the ground as well. Jax cannot do anything about this other than save the AK, and Heroic put an abrupt end to G2's victory. They get the one round with pistols. They instantly fall back on themselves. And although Jax will have an AK, the money across the rest of the team here, Blair, is looking quite bleak on the side of G2. If they do get a buy, it's going to be an incredibly scrappy one.
Hey guys, as always, make sure to check out Hot Pizza GG, the best website to open cases, and not only. Recently, they've added the old but gold classic mode, where many players add their skins and the winner takes it all. The catch is, the more you add, the bigger chance of winning you have. Here, for example, I bet my gut knife black lemonade for $108, which gave me 30% chance of winning the round. And luckily, I won and took all the bank of $354. Withdrawing skins is super easy. Just go to your inventory and select the skins you want to withdraw. And in less than a minute, you'll receive a trade offer. So, if you want to play too, Hot Pizza has many different payment methods, as well as a cool bonus from me. Use code VLADAPART to get 50 cents for free. Link will be in description below.
The angle to peer down onto the ramp side, and at some point G2 are going to have to try and go in for this entry. It's going to have to be raw. There's no flashes or smokes to utilize. Looking for the run boost, forces off. Refresh takes the kill away though, and sprays in for 2 more. Heroic put down the gauntlet, and G2 failed to muster anything in return.
I thought that was Caden hitting the flick shot, but it's Refresh with a headshot midair, which is even more impressive if you think about it.
Additionally, KD nearly has full grenades. He's got Incendiary and a HE. This is going to be very good stopping power towards the side. Now there is a smoke, though, onto the site itself. Going to blockade a little bit of that vision. KD looking for the banked angle with the grenade. Molly tossed onto the site. Second Molly also on the site. 5 seconds to go. Jax has to go in for an awkward angle here. But Nico with 3 entries out of nowhere just shuts down Heroic.
That was a flank, Vince. We saw him making his way towards ladder, and you were right. They had the utility, they had the nade, but what they weren't expecting. They can see the couple of players pushing up towards B bomb site, though, and you can see the bomb will be following them. It is going to be shot down, fall down the line. He finds one a second, however, will not come to fruition. Hunter takes down Shush, the bomb will be lobbed in, smoke's getting deployed, and unless Tessis can find a timing here in Monacy, he's being very patient here. Vince is going to find one, looking for the second kill as well, but somehow he doesn't get the kill. Now it's a 3v2, and suddenly it's man advantage for Heroic.
Hunter and Alexi still alive, though, and the bomb is ticking away in the background. We saw earlier the first round G2 picked up was on the B side because Heroic were too slow. They took way too long, and this time maybe overzealous' Refresh trying to leap around the side puts Tessis and Cadian in a bit of a lurch position now, and Cadian realizes this is untenable, especially as there's no kit that they have under possession. It's a nice effort, but G2 now, from a 5-1 deficit, have closed the gap to just 1 round. Cadian with his save, maybe able to squeak out a buy, although the economy's not great for the rest of the Danes. But Refresh is playing around the edge of the smoke. The spray is not on point, and Monacy punishes him. Although heavy damage is inflicted, Refresh will feel like he should have done better there, and it puts the rest of his teammates on A, even though it is a bolstered up defense, into a bit of a lackadaisical position. They need entries, and they need them right now, and Hunter moves into the double peak from Tessis, and Refresh now going to be coming away from the grave. There's 10 seconds to go, and Cadian shows his hand with the AWP, although Jax is keeping himself in this round. There's only 4 seconds to play with, has to tickle the bomb out, do a bit more damage. The headshot is crisp, but Shush still lives. The damage, though, is so heavy towards Heroic's economy that they're not going to fully establish themselves after even winning this round.
At least we're able to salvage the AWP at the end over there. Jax make, we've had Monacy get some openings. Hunter coming in massively clutch. There we go, great opening from Hunter, but Shush,
what?
He just quiets them as Tessis finds Nico as well through the smoke, and they continue to aggress. Monacy's seen the player. It is so very quick. Refresh will fall, and look at Monacy go. Vince is going to use his own smoke to creep on up ahead. Scoped in, should be heard by the CT right alongside him. That is, of course, Tessis, and Tessis opts on to stick around. Falling back as Monacy, the Molotovs give away is where Tessis potentially is, and the timing could not have been better for Tessis.
He'll smoke down, so at least Jax now knows where one of these 3 players currently resides. Smoke in will afford him safe passage and the play on the generators. And now Jax knows where one player is. He now knows where both. He's heard the footsteps. This is a winnable round for Jax, but Tessis will dethrone him. Jax is having some big moments now in the last few rounds. Monacy uncharacteristically misses the shot. Missed down. We'll take that warning. Heats it, backs away. Tessis gonna get the drop onto Nico. Super fast reactions from Nico to even nearly jump on top of that one. And now Hunter, double entries onto the site. Stow may best Alexi, but that bomb is picked up instantly afterwards. Fast rotation sees 2 CTs, though 2 Danes pick up the mantle on the B site. That will give away the plan, the masterful play from G2, and Hunter with his 3rd entry in the round leaves it to Monacy. And it was that decision that cost them so dearly. Refresh thinking it was B over A. Still 2 players on the side. Shush going for the wide swing and takes the head of Hunter. It's not enough for the kill, but it'll make him dizzy and dazed on the approach. Refresh has the off angle. We've seen Cadian play this a couple of times. He's lost his teammate, but all he has to do is stay alive. And if they don't molly this angle, if he doesn't show his hand, they could line up for 2 or 3. There's also 2 weakened players. Jax joins Hunter in that mantle, but Nico sprays down Cadian. That may make Refresh feel like he has to snatch in here and take some kills. There's more than a second as well. And the flash from Cadian is so good. And Nico put one in as well. Could have done more harm than good to his teammates. Suddenly, this spins back around in favor of Heroic. The bomb drop position is grim. And with a smoke down on the stairs, Hunter and Nico, they've got great positions, and the time itself is working against the The Cousins refresh, gets the drop onto Hunter, and Nico with 10 seconds has to go huge. The one tap onto Tessis is sublime, but it was a bridge too far. A 1-for-1 matchup, so much on the line in the legend stage of the major, and it's refresh. He was just off the back of a fantastic round, has had tons of impact early in this one, but Nico puts his USP to use before he gets diced by Shush's P250. And there's still time on the clock. There's still the ability for Cadian to get this flank in. We saw Nico from this very position locked down around, but Hunter is up to the task. Even trades back and forth. Heroic have options. The bomb is now making use up on the ramp side, and Shush puts the P250 to use once again. And it puts Jax into such an awkward spot. He has got a couple of very good, but so far they're doing a good job of just whittling away this time. Jax is depleted on the magazine as well. Just a couple more bullets left in the chamber, and he's going to have to use all of them if he's going to clutch this round out. Tessis now relocates. He is hurt by Jax though, but on the retreat, he will remove the head and get that second pistol to the day. This is looking menacing now. Heroic, they've gone back to the smokes. They know the CT's going to be circling them. And Munacy puts the Deagle down range, but Tassis straight back in with 2 Galil headshots. And just like that, the round falls into place, but it's not without a couple twists and turns and scary moments. This could get a little bit tantalizing for G2, because they can now hear the stampede of T's pushing towards them, looking to try and gore the oncoming CTs, but the first frag is USP1. It's Alexi B who gets 2 USP headshots. And now Heroic with 24 seconds left. They're scrambling. They're desperately trying to get any kind of ground that they can onto the site. And now all of the CTs are moving in close proximity. There's P250s, the Deagles, and Jax has rattled the skull of Refresh. Stown will at least put him down with the fire, but they still need to get the bomb across to the site. And look who's watching the cross. It's Nico, but he falls down, and Cadian clutching with just seconds to spare. Annul the partnership that Jax has got onto the site with generators, and now Molly's flashes, and Stown comes in huge, but the spray is good for Hunter and Jax, and these A1S's starting to rip and tear the oncoming T's. It's down to Refresh, spinning on the top, hoping for the best, crossing his fingers, and Munacy puts him down in the dirt. And this is where Munacy can certainly start to have more impact. We discussed this before. Nico gets hit with it plumb, but does turn his back, so it's barely affected, but it's enough to draw away the CTs long enough to afford and yield a bomb plant. And now Stown has the clear angle. He's not being peeked from the boxes. He's got the perfect angle to repel this Hunter push, but here is a flashbang, fully lands in his face, and he will be sliced and diced by Hunter. That flashbang is on point, but Tess is still in with a chance. Still with a Tech 9, but not for much longer. And that flash was a thing of beauty. Go back to that B side. Refresh though pushing in, may get a drop, but indeed gets the opportunity. But Jackson and Alexi lock it down, and now Hunter steps up. 3 kills back to back for G2.
Bombs down.
Is massive, and with a bomb down and mid and only 13 seconds on the clock, it's gonna have to be raw fragging, and Munacy just silences Shush. Tess is stuck on the box. No real hope, no chance at clutching the round. We are tied up at 11 apiece.
The timing on Alexi B to just relinquish control of mid and just head towards a B bomb site, it couldn't have been even more perfect, Vince. The moment they try to go for the hit, looking to be aggressive. Again, Heroic. Down to just the pistols. We have the saved AK-47 for Tessis, and he will find Nico. That is a huge find. Munacy with a hit and a miss, and now he's getting hounded down, Vince.
He has help though, he has some supporting cast members. Hunter is there alongside him, so is Alexi, and it looks like the young Maestro will be safe after all. It was looking grim for a few moments, but that is teamwork in a nutshell. And let's be honest, Heroic had an AK and basically Glocks. They had very, very low % chance of getting anything done in that round.
Did find something. I don't think they're going to be expecting his position here. I think he can see it. He sees him. Well, I see him. He definitely sees him now. No, he hasn't. Now he does. Finally, he will find Stan, and he knows there's another player nearby, and with the final bullet, he gets a kill. But in the meantime, Tess and Shush, they find a couple of kills. Munacy, Nico will fall. The A bomb site is open for business.
It is. Alexi decides not to go in for that peek. There's Molotovs on 19 HP. Correct decision. Perfect crosshair. The timing for Shush nearly works against him. And Jax is still alive. You mentioned that they were this B side, just wall that had been deployed. But that wall is now closing in on Heroic. And is Cadian able to step up to the plate and deliver with his AWP? He's been quite quiet on this T side. This would be a huge moment for the man to strike, but they're going for the full defuse underneath his nose. The sheer audacity from Alexi.
To winning around Hunter, though, being very aggressive. What a spray from Tessa's. m0NESY will, however, find him. And Hunter, he thought he was being sneaky, but the Hunter will be the hunted. Storm finds him, and once more man advantage here for Heroic. They need to capitalize now, Vince.
They didn't pull the trigger last time, but that one has become two, courtesy of Shush's entry. m0NESY, though, holding the line, dropped down to 46 HP, and Alexi will be jumping on the side. No way he's got a kill from that. I thought Stown had that one covered. Imagine he transferred into a second. Sheer lunacy, but money could be coming up, and another round on top of it if m0NESY can strike. This AWP is still in the picture, and as he wiggles his way through the smoke, half the timer left. He does have a kid. Couple flashes, but Cadian will nail him and make sure no second defuse is coming up on his watch.
They need
A barrage of them find its way. But there's 23 seconds left to flash into the peak, and the weakened Nico has now been finished off. Smoke onto the side as well. A trifecta of CTs are laid in wait, but one of them has been dethroned. Hunter with shrapnel. m0NESY takes the shot, connects, backs away into the shadows, and allows Alexi to do the rest. 5 seconds to go. There's no grenades, though, to stop this plant. I don't think they can deny this. With 1 second, the bombs gets planted down, and Heroic managed to clutch it out by the skin of their teeth.
27 HP between the 3 surviving members of Heroic.
Fraught with terrors, fraught with traps, fraught with issues they have to contend with. And with 35 seconds now, Nico's stuck on the sandbags. As m0NESY watching his back, they're going to Molotov this one in. Nico may feel compelled to just push around, but the smoke is there to defuse it. And now Testis comes in, big entries from him and Shush, but m0NESY is still alive, but only for a couple more seconds. And now it falls upon Alexi and Jax to successfully retake and clutch again, and Alexi is making moves through the scaffolding. Has the open hand, misses the shot and could get punished. Nails him with the no-scope through the wall, however, but Alexi showing why he doesn't AWP too often. And now Jax has it all to do. Big frag down, and Tessis on low HP just has to play the time, but he's not sure if Jax is holding on to this one, and Jax removes his head. He doesn't have a kit, though. It's going to be close, but I think he has this one in the bag.
He's got it.
And G2 will be 15-13 in the lead.
Lure coming in towards the B bomb site as well. They're pushing, they're poking and prodding both the extremities of the map. You can see Refresh making a lot of noise, drawing out the rotation. There's no one at the B bomb site, Vince.
Nobody in the B bomb site, and Refresh is keeping them busy. Jax now will show his hand with a FAMAS. There's one. Can keep alive in the generator. 23 seconds to play with Katie misses his shot, but Refresh is nullifying the rest of the CTs. And Alexi, with just an SMG by his side, has to go above and beyond, has to become a hero, but there's no fairy tale ending just yet. Overtime is coming right up.
Nice fucking choke.
Deep side of the site, and it will allow them to potentially divide and conquer, but m0NESY is still there. Flash affords Refresh safe passage, but again, it's a ruse. It's all a bait. Is there enough time, though? Especially as Refresh has been picked off so far before anyone else, but they do have it. But Hunter and Jax, once again, delivering when it really counts. Cadian is still alive, still healthy, still in with a chance, but he misses his shot. And now Shush on a measly 10 HP that was weakened from Nico earlier on is all that remains for Heroic. He's being flashed around, he's being bullied back onto the T side, and he realizes this round is over. G2 claim first blood in OT.
It is unwinnable. Hunter sticks to defuse. They were so confident. Hunter's the only one who didn't even have a kit, Vince. And he went with a defuse. He's like, yeah, this one we cannot lose. G2.
That's Jax. Doesn't matter, still wins that trade. This Shadow betrays Jax and he still comes out ahead. A player that's come under so much scrutiny over the years, but he's having one hell of a performance here when it really counts. And with 25 seconds left on the clock, G2 may have the 2-player advantage, but Heroic still have opportunities. Refresh through the smoke, perforates Nico, eviscerates him out of the round, but now the player around the corner of Hunter is going to show his hand, and the A1S will sing victory once. A huge pick, and in the meanwhile, they're pushing middle additionally, but Alexi had a chance. It was a brief opportunity, one that he doesn't capitalize on, and now the CTs are being overwhelmed. They're being flanked from all sides. Jax on the B side gets aggressive and will be rewarded for his hubris, but it may be short-lived. He knows he's encircled by T's. He knows he's living on borrowed time, and Shush will collect. Hunter and Munacy, the only two remaining straggling CTs, and Cadian is watching the back. Munacy should be a dead man and gets nailed in by Cadian, leaving Hunter 1 versus 4. He's being flanked, he's being pushed and probed from every single conceivable angle. And surely he goes down to the hands of Tessis. They don't get clean swept in the first OT half. It does give them a little bit of a lifeline here for the Danes.
Eventually, maybe turned it around, but could've, would've, should've. Here we go. Second half of OT number 1, G2 with a 1-round lead, and now they're gonna be on the T side, and they come charging straight out mid, and Ston will find Jax. Jax is running through the flames, hoping to catch CT off guard. Ston, his crosshair was straight on him, he didn't budge. Monacy, though, looking to find Cadian, but Cadian, he finds a kill, but he will be traded. The trades are fast and furious, and Heroic are coming out on top.
Alexi about to get fragged by Shush, and 17 apiece. It will rest. Keep in mind as well, Blair, that most of these rounds, and this wall doesn't look like it's going to budge. Sledgehammers need to be brought out. Get the drills out, G2. They need some entries, and they desperately require them. Right now, 20 seconds to play with. Munacy darting past the flash, out comes Tessis, but it's an even trade. That is good enough for Heroic, and it just got that little bit sweeter as Cadian goes back in for another. Jax, who's been having a great game so far, is pitted against the world. There's no time, the bomb's not under control, and these are just consolation frags. The round is done. Heroic have a match point of their own. Hold on to this. Gotta try and repel this push. Beautiful 1D from Munacy, but that's where his life will come to an abrupt end. And now Jackson Hunter have got to pick up the slack. Great spray from Hunter, keeping them in with an opportunity here. There's still plenty of time as well, but one of the two players has to go back and pick up the bomb, and that's a few seconds. And a pair of eyes that's going to be away from the danger zone, and that's Refresh on the con side. They're double stacking this one, but a big headshot from Hunter, and now Shush is last man standing. Have they spotted him? Well, now they definitely know his position as the headshot comes through thick and fast, and Shush puts the last nail in the coffin. Heroic have battled against the odds, come back, taken OT, and made this match theirs.
Incredible comeback from Cadian. You can see how this it means to them. And we could go back to what the desk spoke about as well. For Heroic, it's winning these games.
Hey guys, I'm currently running a giveaway of this Falchionive Outronic. The winner will be picked live on my stream just before the major grand final. If you want to participate, the link will be in description below.